The narcissist love bombing. Now, these behaviours can be very similar to the beginnings of any kind of relationship. Therefore, it is very difficult to recognise and differentiate between the difference of a narcissist love bombing and getting to know somebody new. Because when we get to know somebody new, inevitably, we usually put on our best side. We usually put our best face forward when we're getting to know people. With a narcissistic person, the love bombing is a manipulative tactic to ensnare and control their victims. They come across strong with that charismatic charm in order to gain people's admiration. They do nice things for people in order to gain people's obligation. They will be kind to people in order to gain people's trust. Now, you can meet a confident person who is genuinely nice to others, and it's not to manipulate, it's who they are as a person. Trust is earned, not given. So getting to know who people are rather than who they sell themselves to be. Narcissistic people, on the flip side of that, can come across with those victim plays and the woe is me. And they're very convincing in both of these because it's become their identity, it's become their personality trait. And as people can be a victim, as people can suffer, we almost feel compelled into helping and supporting them, not realising that they're just using our compassion to exploit us, to help themselves to our stuff. The narcissist love bombing is a overwhelming, excessive point in the beginning stage of the relationship where they shower you with an overwhelming amount of attention, affection and support in the early stages to create that kind of emotional bond to them, to build the trust. They may seem charming and they may seem flattering initially. However, this is a red flag. Narcissistic people come along and treat you so well so that you don't have time to think. They sweep you off your feet, so you end up just going along for the ride, not recognising what's happening to you. And because it feels so good, it's very difficult to resist, especially when you are unaware that these kinds of people exist, these kinds of behaviours exist. As genuine people can give people a compliment. So we believe that the narcissist flattery is a compliment. Genuine people can buy you a gift. So we believe the narcissist purchasing you a gift is just being genuine. When with a narcissist, they're being exploitative. So one of the first things a narcissistic person might do is mirror you. They're going to hear everything you say. They're not actually listening. They lack the empathy to care. They're going to hear and pick the bits of information that they can use against you. So they're going to take on board your dreams, your hobbies, and your desires, and they are going to match them like for like. They will use music because they don't tend to have the emotional attachment to that music. They will just use that music to get you to reminisce about them. They've seen from movies and TV shows what love sort of looks like. So they feed that to you in order to build that desire within you, that you want it to work with them, that you can build a future with them. They get you to fantasize about the future that you could potentially have with them, believing that they want those things too. Therefore, when they fail to deliver on these things and they blame you because you believe they want them, you don't want to let them down because you care about them. So you try harder to make it work with them, not recognizing that it's not their dreams, it's not their hobbies. They borrowed them from you to sell them back to you, to sell you illusion that they want the same things as you. They come on strong with that excessive flattery and insincere praise. They don't offer a genuine compliment. They don't actually know who you are as a person. They flatter you and offer you that insincere praise because they want to target your self-esteem. They want to make you feel good, and they also want you to become dependent on their opinion, on their attention. So they're buttering you up so that when inevitably at some point they begin to tear you down because they flattered you, because they offered you that insincere praise, you take their devaluation as constructive feedback and continually change who you are, the way you dress, the hobbies that you do, the people that you see, to suit the narcissist, believing the narcissist is trustworthy. They fast track the relationship. They go all out to fast track the relationship so that your feet can't even touch the ground before you even know what has hit you. They move in fast. Nobody falls in love faster than a narcissist who needs a place to stay. So they will move in fast. They will push for exclusive commitment. They will bring up marriage and things in the future within the first week of the relationship. They will have a strong desire, if they're the kind of narcissist that wants a child, or if you're the kind of person that wants a family, they will push very quick the conversation of children. They won't take the time to get to know you. However, as they're sweeping you off your feet, even when your instincts can think, oh, this feels a bit too good to be true, they come along strong and they bombard you with constant messages and communication and text. So you don't have time to think. They constantly demand your availability and your time. So you don't have time to think for yourself about what is happening to you. And as they're treating you so well, as they're using things like flattery and insincere praise, which words of affirmation are one of the love languages. And if this is one of your love languages, you're going to kind of be endeared to them. So you don't get time to recognize what is happening to you. They go all out to invade your personal boundaries. They go all out to just push it a little bit too far. And every time you kind of want to take a step back and know it's going too quick, they make you believe that there is something wrong with your values and beliefs rather than their actions. So they've already got you doubting yourself and second guessing yourself and questioning yourself. They can come along strong with those extravagant gifts and those excessive gifts and those extravagant trips. If they've got the financial means to do so, they will come on strong with the gifts. And again, as the giving of gifts can be one of the love languages, it's very difficult to differentiate between a narcissistic person who's using gifts to manipulate you, to create those feelings of indebtedness within you, to exploit your natural desire for material reward. The same with that insincere praise, to exploit people's natural desire for that praise when they've done something. It's very easy for narcissistic people to train people up, because as humans, when somebody tells us we've done good at something, it's a nice feeling, and that usually makes us do it all the more. And that's all a narcissistic person is doing. And then when we don't live life on their terms, they devalue us, which makes us feel worse, which stops us from doing the things that we enjoy. They are literally conditioning us from the moment that they meet us. With that vulnerable side, they might share their past trauma. So it looks like you're opening up and being vulnerable with each other. However, with a narcissist, although they will have rewritten it within their mind, that it was the other person's fault. So they've got that kind of victim mentality. They don't recognise what they did to the other person. So you believe you're bonding. And then when they behave in certain ways, you kind of excuse and justify their behaviour. And they will. They'll say, you know what, I've been through. We know ourselves we can have been through stuff and develop coping mechanisms that perhaps isn't the best, that we ourselves are working on. So you forgive those that seemingly claim to be working on them when they're not. They're just using them to excuse and justify and get away with their behaviour and continue to hurt you. And they're gaslighting you. From the very beginning of the relationship, they're gaslighting you. They're altering your perception of reality. They're getting you to rely on them for that validation and that support. They are creating an environment where you're going to become dependent on them so that you leave the relationship believing that you're the codependent one. They go all out to create fears of abandonment within you so that you work harder to please them. They are gaslighting you from the very beginning. They are selling you an illusion of who you would like them to be, matching what you would like them to be like for like, and moving it on so quick that you don't get time to think, because they are training you to think how they want you to think and not to think for yourself, altering your perceptions to serve their needs. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, a Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 ways to deal with narcissistic people if you are unable to go no contact. If you'd like to go and check those out, go and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.